Okay, hello Hirago, hello Vin, hello Wise, hello Lily, hello Acorniac, welcome. You're not missing this one? You cannot miss me beating Calamite to death with a tooth of his older brothers. um, I've been a little bit apprehensive of this one. Hello Derpy. I've been a little bit apprehensive of this one because I feel like the Dragon Tooth isn't that interesting of a weapon. Um, hey Ash, welcome. Thank you for popping in and saying hi, and good luck at work. Uh, I think it upgrades with Dragon Scales. I'd be surprised if it didn't. And I didn't look it up. I was going to and just completely forgot. But it it has a 40 strength requirement, so it's not like I'm putting extra levels into strength. It's really easy to get. It's just kind of there. It has an upgrade material that is relatively easy to use. For the teeth on Dragon Feet. Yeah, true. As far as I know, it has the worst scaling of any Great Hammer. The Great Club heavier and more damaging? Less damaging, actually. It has worse scaling, but I think slightly higher base damage. I don't know how much that matters, especially when the strength requirement is 40 anyway. So even when you're two-handing it with less strength, you're still going to be at the soft cap, right? So I don't know. Like, the Grant ultimately probably does less damage generally, but I think that's a lot more interesting of a weapon. The Demon's Great Hammer might arguably be worse, but I don't know. At least that one you have to, like, kill the Asylum Demon early. You see speedrunners use the tooth? You only see speedrunners use the tooth because it's much easier to get and upgrade. You don't have to get the embers, and you don't have to get 3 separate upgrade materials. It's just the dragon scales. It's just a big weapon that does a lot of damage that you can get extremely easily and upgrade extremely easily. Hello, Gunark. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this playthrough rather, will be particularly interesting. I am a little bit curious to see how the Dragon Tooth performs relative to a lot of other weapons, but the Tooth Halloween and Orlando? Yes, but that's not hard to do, to get to early. Off the top of my head, I don't... What do you trade for a Dragon Scale? Because Prism and Dung Pai are Demon Titanite, but there's a scale for a scale, right? A trade for a scale. I don't know what words I said. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this. DS1 Nuggly. I genuinely do not remember at all. I haven't done this trade in forever. Dragon Scale. Big Vermifuge. Wow, that's really annoying. Okay, I think the easiest scale to get is just the one in Blighttown then. Actually, I should upgrade my strength. Then I'll go to Blighttown, get the Dragon Scale, dupe it at Andre, and then we'll go straight to Anor Londo. Thought it was Wednesday? Is it not Wednesday? I'm confused. Typically not spawn weapon. Well, not in Dark Souls 1 specifically, because there are ways to get later in the game very quickly. I was really worried that it was like Tuesday or Thursday and my Sitho time was just really, really bad. Fire Trainer or Fair Lady? Yeah, but then I'd have to go through... I think you can kill him for those two, but then I'd have to go through Quelaag. Like, I could do Quelaag Skip, but if I'm just doing it for a scale, like, I can just grab the one in Blighttown. Too late once more. I mean, you arrived at 3 on the dot, so if anything, it's because I'm early. Yeah, I really don't want to go through Quelaag right now. Hello, F. Welcome. I don't know. I guess I'll summon Arcus for Iron Golem. And we can have potentially another puppy dog Tarkus moment. That would be really funny. Hello, Xenocross. No comment, Eth. I could kill the undead dragon. That is technically an option. Really like how... Oh. You've been screen recording. Oh, I want to rest there at all. I almost did that out of your instinct. Screen recording every time you climb up and down ladders in my mod for no particular reason. Does that no particular reason happen to include the fact that you're using Dragonform? I'm glad that the infusions are like actually feel good. I was worried that like they would still feel not super useful relative to standard infusion, but I'm glad they actually like feel good to use, because that was kind of the main point of the mod. Mayhouse. Mayhaps. Okay. Good to know that you're very capable of talking when thinking about dragons. I don't know, actually, you're generally pretty articulate about that kind of thing. Okay. Now dupe the dragon scale and then skip. I think dragon scale is kind of the only upgrade material that I like want to dupe, because it's rude of me for telling the truth. Okay. I don't know, but I'm fairly confident that you probably are. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, dragon scales are probably the only upgrade material that I will consistently dupe, because dragon scales are awful to get. I said that as if I don't have like 3 streams left for new weapons in Dark Souls 1. Or 6, because starting classes. I'm excited for Pyromancer, because I actually want to make use of the hand axe, and instead of getting all my damage from Great Combustion. I'm glad people are like interested in playing my mod, even if you're not necessarily capable of playing it. I don't know. It means a lot that you trust my judgment so much that you would be interested in spending your time on something that changes something that's already good, you know? I'm working on the Fire Longsword video in Goddess of the Sun edition, and I hope people end up liking it, and I hope that more people try my mod because of it. Because that run is kind of highlighting all the differences. Not all the differences, but like kind of the main differences, and how I changed the balancing with certain things. I feel like Grass Crest might be a good idea. It's also going to be really heavy, so I don't know if I should get Grass Crest. I guess I'll also have Havel's Ring from the start. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I can grab it just in case. Ooh, that was rude. The goddamn slope. It's always that slope. What? Oh, I fell on him. Okay, get away from the slope, please. God. I washed. Where'd I put the Chloranthy ring? I'm gonna be completely honest. I have no idea. I put it somewhere easier to get. I do not remember where I put it. I swear to God. Okay, well, you know what? That works. Just took a shower. I'm all clean from yesterday. Ugh. Couldn't find it in the tree. I'm pretty sure I put it somewhere easier to get. If I did move it, I don't remember. That didn't give me the souls? Oh. If I did move it, I don't remember moving it. But it would be somewhere easier to get. Slight angles and jank hitboxes. I wouldn't exactly call those jank hitboxes, but for what it's worth, Vela, I did hear your sneeze very loud in real life. I guess the microphone just didn't pick it up very well. And Havel might take 10 minutes, but that's okay. Did YouTube block you trying to say a shorter version of Titanite? I think Bandit is probably one of the fastest classes to do this with. It's probably Thief, Bandit, Knight, or something. Actually, Deprived would probably do this pretty quick too. Like the shortened version better? Yeah, I like those too. As much as I like Dark Souls, the shortened version is pretty good. Atlas mentions? Unfortunately, no. Replaced with a red slab? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. It's probably on the list of changes, if you want to know that bad, but I haven't played Atlas since the armor update? There was an armor update? Any of Artorias' swords yet? Yes, I used all 3 of them in a run with Aurora a while back. I'm pretty sure it was on her channel. I used, or we were cosplaying as Kirin and Artorias, and I kept swapping between the swords. But I do want to do a video where I use each of the swords in new game cycles. So like using the uncursed version of the normal sword in New Game, using the cursed version of the normal sword in New Game Plus, and then using the Abyss Greatsword in New Game Plus Plus. Just like I did with the Blacksmith Hammers. And I'm also planning on doing the same thing with the Black Knight weapons. Because otherwise I don't think I could make an interesting video with the Black Knight weapons. Because they're the Black Knight weapons. I made full sets of armor have a benefit? Huh. I don't remember that. I want to play Atlas again. I was gonna play it recently. Oh, that's right. I was gonna play with someone, and they weren't feeling up to learning a new game at the time. Oh, I don't need to kill the lizard. Whoa. That feels wrong. How many dragon scales? It's only 10 dragon scales in this game, right? It's not 15 like Dark Souls 3 for some reason. I don't spend extra soul. Well, actually, I don't think it matters. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna have plenty of souls to upgrade the weapon once I get through Iron Golem and ONS anyway. I'm wondering if I should upgrade Endurance once I hit level 27 Strength. Or if I should start, or if I should keep leveling Strength or Vitality or whatever. I feel like doing a tank build would make sense, but I also don't want to spend forever trying to get levels to make a tank build viable. Also, because I just kind of don't like doing tank builds. Does the Dragon Tooth give you super armor in this game? Because I know it gives you resistances, but I don't know if it gives you, like, stagger resistance. You could grab the Wolf Ring. Not that that's... I don't know. Could be useful for a couple bosses, but I also try to avoid getting hit generally anyway. Groke. I don't know what that means, I'm sorry. It is a funny word, though. Yeah, send skip. No, dupe first. Don't forget to dupe. I have memory problems. Hopefully I don't fail send skip. It's weird only doing one skip in a run. Not having done depth skip makes me feel wrong. Medium rolling at minimum, yeah. I don't like medium rolling, not because it makes the combat worse, but because it makes running between combat way slower, and I don't like it. Purchase, and then go to there. And then go to there. Oops, hold on. There we go. I don't need that many. Oh, wait. Material dupe on PS4. There is another one with a brightness menu. You could probably just search Dark Souls brightness menu dupe or whatever. Brightness menu quantity storage and find a way to do it like that. I think this version is a lot easier, which is why I use it, but oh wait, no, there is a way to dupe materials on other consoles, but I don't know what it is. You'd have to search Dark Souls negative quantity storage specifically for material duping. Hold on, I got this. God damn it. This is the easy one. Oh my god. There we go. This game's medium roll is the equivalent of fat roll and all the others. Kind of. Like 700 giant chess pieces? Really? By 10,000 individual pikes, right? Okay. So that is the inventory overflow version. That is unfortunate. Only thing I'm a little bit worried about at this point is going to the archer without damage. Because I'll have to try to lure it off the edge, which tends to not work for me for some reason. Oh, insane skill issue. Okay. Cool. Hey, there we go. First try so far. I just gotta not die in Sens, which is famously easy when you have over 1,000 hours in the game. Yeah, sounds easier to just farm for the materials at some point. But alas, I do not want to kill drakes, so... I did not press that direction. Hello. There we go. It feels a lot more difficult to control right now than normal, and I could not tell you why. Okay. Okay, I don't know. There's not much going on right now. It's hard to talk about nothing. In terms of, like, other stuff happening that isn't this particular stream, because not much going on right now. I really want to make a unremarkable and odd place, like more unremarkable and odd places in Dark Souls 1. And I have a bunch of places. I don't have all that I would want to make a video. I feel like I don't have enough, but only because I'm like trying to match how many I had in the first video. I don't know. I have a good chunk of them. I think I have like maybe 60-70% the amount that I had for the first video. And I think a lot of them are a lot more interesting than the places I showed off in the first video. Oh, this weather, huh? Actually, 10 dragon scales. Yeah, there's I think there's like 3 or 4 of them in Ash Lake. You have to kill the Black Hydra. You have to kill both undead dragons. So really not worth it. Got fencing. Real Link. A vid similar to that, but this guy was going around in the game as a skeleton? Huh. I'm trying to think. Cause like in that video, I do kind of want to like use DSR gadget to get out of bounds to like explore more areas because I think that would be interesting. But I don't know if I should work them into the other areas, or if I should like keep them separate and do all the out of bounds ones after. I don't know. Play DS as Elden Ring Ball. You mean like the the silver tier ball? I don't know that that would be possible. I want to do a Dark Souls run as the Pasaka, but a mod specifically to control and play as the Pasaka, as far as I know, doesn't exist yet, and I would have no idea how to make that on my own. Oh. Unfortunately, that's not a video I can make quite yet. Intersperse out of bounds areas within game places. I guess I did go out of bounds in the first video, I just didn't use cheats to do it. Right. Hope everyone's ready for the Dark Souls puppy boy. The other Dark Souls puppy boy that we rarely see. I don't think this one's a lesbian. This one doesn't give me lesbian vibes. Maybe Pan. As opposed to Artorias. Elden Ring's OST is cool and all, and you enjoy it, but the game really needed some power metal. True. I agree. Excuse me, Tarkus? Hello? Please? I need to get back in there. Thank you. Okay. Tarkus is already being Tarkus. Oh, Tarkus. Oh yeah. I don't even know if I'm helping any noticeable amount. Thank you, Tarkus. Hello, Secret Rhea. Welcome. You needed extra screen time? True. Correctionally challenged. Unfortunately, I think if I don't do that, Tarkus will end up dying to the fireballs before the golem. Alright, Tarkus, you got this. All in your hands now. Unfortunately. Come on, Tarkus. Come on, Tarkus. Come on, Tarkus, no! Like this. No! Not with that, like this, come on. God damn it, Tarkus. Yes? What, that didn't stagger? That's actually rude. Okay, well. Come on, Tarkus. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Just tank that, I guess. Protecting me from the Iron Golem in the simplest way possible. I don't need protection, I need an escort. Oh my god, Tarkus. The Golem could beat Tarkus every time if he just spammed the grab attack. I don't know why he doesn't just do that. That was good instability damage, though. That's the kind of strategy I like to see. Almost. Hell yeah. Genuinely one of the fastest Tarkus versus Iron Golem fights I've ever seen. Okay. Now the fun part. I think this run is going to be faster than normal, just because I don't have to do all the setup of getting the embers and stuff. But I don't know how much faster. I mean, yesterday's stream was fairly long. Sorcerer class. Right, because I had to go to the sorceries. If bosses are remembered, which are their attacks you got hit by most often and prioritized them? That would be awesome. Okay, I need 27 strength. Now the question is, do I continue leveling strength or do I start leveling endurance? I think I keep leveling strength for now. Get this to 40 and then level endurance. Also put this on. I also thought that, here I go, for like a not insignificant portion of time, and then I realized what they were saying and figured that I was just bad at reading and that I was the only one who thought that. I'm sure there are, oh my goodness. I'm sure there are games with like bosses who adapt their strategy like that. I mean, aren't there like, I don't know, Metal Gear Solid 5, like won't factions and whatever change what they're doing, like what their armor is and stuff based on your most used strategies, so you can't use them anymore? We bad at reading. Gonna replace all your hell yeahs with commanding people to do the link scream. Okay, this went remarkably well. You play as the boss and the hero adapts. Yeah, I think I remember that one. Or well, I remember having heard about that one at least. But I don't remember anything else about it. Okay. Now the only hard part, I think. The coolest great hammer is obviously Vort's. Unfortunately, you are the first. Hopefully you are the last. Okay, Smo, look, okay. I knew you were gonna come in here and say that. Okay. The only reason that that is the text in the thumbnail is because I couldn't think of anything else to say about the Dragon Tooth, because there's nothing interesting about the Dragon Tooth. It's just hammer that upgrades with dragon scales and has worse scaling than the others. It is like generally a pretty bad weapon. It is a worse version of the Great Club that's slightly easier to upgrade, arguably. Okay, there we go. It's not even the coolest Great Hammer. Great Club is cooler. Yeah, I would agree. With the elemental resistances, though. Yeah, true. It does. Damn. Whoever's that was needs to eat more fiber. I don't know. I think people do generally have a bias toward the Dragon Tooth because of stuff like speedruns prioritizing using it because it's so easy to get and upgrade. In that context. Let me not die to a random Silver Knight real quick. Hold on. I can parry, generally. Oh my god. First try? Are you kidding me? That's so sad. Damn, and I gotta use the Dragon Tooth? Ugh. Not that I love the Silver Knight Straight Sword, but come on. There it is. Might as well get the rest of this set. I could poise tank like Nito. That'd be fun. Silver Knight Gay Sword, true. Okay, Okay, cool. Good to see that I'm still mid-rolling. Wow, that is a lot of stamina consumption. That's crazy. Good damage, though. Especially for a completely unupgraded weapon. Enemies benefit from counter damage. I'm not sure, actually. If I had to guess, I would say yes. Because, like, I know they do in Bloodborne. And Bloodborne is extremely close in terms of, like, how it was made in comparison to Dark Souls 1. But I've actually never paid attention to that. So I'm not sure. It could just be that the Silver Knight Spear just does more damage. Or, I mean, the Silver Knight Spear Knights. Yeah. Deal more damage. Definitely the case with Silver Knights in Dark Souls 3, at least. Yeah. Makes sense. Who called me a hoe? It's like 50% more. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I haven't paid that much attention to it. Okay, they should... Is it... I hope it's not like 10k per upgrade. That would be kind of tragic. Reinforce. Yay, it's 10k per upgrade. That's so cool. Okay, good luck, Krista. Yeah, I'm duping. I didn't want to dupe for this, though. I already duped the upgrade material. This just makes me feel bad. You know what? Actually, I think the developers should feel bad for making it cost 10k per upgrade. That's on them, not me. I have nothing to feel bad for. Okay. Reinforced weapon. 999 durability weapon, by the way. Okay, can I put this on and still fast roll? No. Okay, awesome. Hopefully this ONS fight goes okay. But we'll see. +5 with not even technically requirements. Oh, maxed out, but I mean, it is soft cap. Wow, that is a lot of endurance or a lot of stamina consumption. That's crazy. Oop. Cool. Good to see it. Pardon me. Try to see if a bit of armor can be worn. What for? So I could take 1 hit point less and still die in the same number of hits? I don't know. Doesn't really seem worth, to be honest. Okay. The rolling attack is somewhat reasonably paced. Do you think they know about the whole Havel situation? Do you think they understand that I'm using specifically the Dragon Tooth that Havel used? Or do you think that they think that this is just some other random Dragon Tooth that I happened to have picked up while killing a dragon? Oh yeah, Smo, you're here. Are you aware of the fact that this is the same Dragon Tooth that Havel used? Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I do deserve that after the thumbnail. I agree. I never do she blank on my blank jokes without it being censored. Tragic. I should switch to live chat at this point. I feel like the default... I feel like I should put live chat up on stream. That's a bad idea. Never mind. Havel just has a second Dragon Tooth. Actually, yeah, I guess there are a bunch of Dragon Teeth for Havel's followers too. Okay, it is 2 hits to stagger. I just can't get those 2 hits in a reasonable amount of time. I shouldn't have picked that up. Pardon me. Thank you. I'm sure they know that I'm not Havel. I just wonder if they know that if this is specifically Havel's Dragon Tooth, you know? I don't like using slow weapons. I used to. I used to think slow weapons were like my favorite way to play this game. After having played this game a lot more, slow weapons have very much fallen off in terms of being my favorite playstyle. Pavel, the Rock of Theseus. Okay, I've turned on live chat for myself specifically. You slowly replace Havel's gear. Is this still Havel? Okay, yeah. No, I don't. It's not. Okay, look. It's not that I don't trust the people in this stream currently. It's that there's 100. There's definitely a chance that somebody new joins and slut my hammer. I didn't see that. What kind of dragon tooth has a handle on the end? This one. The giant blacksmith's fault? I mean, I think the idea, right, is that most of this would be inside of the dragon's gums. Like this top part here is like the root. And then it's like a fang. And then it comes to a point. Like a weird point. Okay, wow. I forgot how weird this progression is gonna be. We're trying for tonight? Okay. I'm glad you got to be here for your fight this time. Have a good night. I should make sure I got it here. Be able to flip the tooth and stab people with it. I agree. I think one of the attacks should be just like turning the tooth around, grabbing it from the root and poking. Yeah, you're just like hugging the root of the tooth, and then you bend forward and just run like the four-pronged plow. Oh yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, I would really appreciate a like, and other algorithm stuff, like subscribing if you're not, for instance. It helps a lot with the algorithm, which means I get more money. It also lets me know, which helps me survive, obviously. Also lets me know that I'm doing the right thing, and doing things that people enjoy. If you want to support me more directly, there's a super chat button. There's a YouTube membership button. I have a coffee link in the description if you don't want to give money to YouTube but still want to give money to me for some reason. Obligatory YouTube stuff. Dragon tooth handle is actually your fault. You were doing what to the dragon's face? It's supposed to be a headbutt, but it's a bite. It's definitely a bite. So you could report my stream for terrorism? That's rude. This isn't terrorism. Probably. I don't know, I'm gay. I think that probably counts as terrorism in the US. I didn't say it was the coolest great hammer. I put the coolest great hammer question mark on purpose. That was intentional, actually. Jeez. Ah. That's true. This great hammer doesn't cover literally the entire screen. That is a big positive here. That's decent damage. Someone needs to mod in the butt slam attack. The Dark Souls one. Like the ground slam or whatever it's called. From Elden Ring. What? I would absolutely do a full playthrough of this game with only the butt slam attack if someone modded it in. YouTube had a Polish flag emoji? What's the context of that? That's actually why I made the Smoke's Hammer healing percentage based in my mod, because otherwise it just feels completely useless. I made the Ring of the Evil Eye also significantly better. I think I also made that one percentage based. Okay. Welcome back. What? It's not updating, right? That's unfortunate. Oh, got 2 phones. As far as I know, there are actually different people in the Discord, so... You are Shadow the Hedgehog? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Unfortunately, Smo, Shadow the Hedgehog is the coolest, so... Kinda got you beat there. Oh, did I? I don't remember if I buffed the server. I'm pretty sure I did in the same way as the hammer, but I genuinely don't remember. Little did you know, I have Sonic autism. So I also have chaos control and can counteract it. It's like stealing candy from a baby, which is fine by me. God, there's so many lines in that game that are so taken out of context constantly. That are like fine in the context of the game, and everyone's like, oh, look how bad and dumb this is out of context. Disgusting black creatures. Get out of my sight. I need to... I really want to play that game. I played one route, I think. I think I did the neutral route. One of the neutral routes, but I don't... Maybe it was the good route. I don't know. I played one route, and I want to do the rest of them, but it's a lot of one game. Piccolo from DBZ is the coolest? No. Sorry. You're wrong. What if our chaos is both controlled? True. That line would work on me, and I don't know how I feel about that. But using slow weapons feels so... Bleh. I could be doing the same amount of damage, but a lot faster if I was using a different weapon. I am kind of biased against slow weapons, not because I think they're bad, because I think there are a lot of contexts in which slow weapons are, like, good. Like, that was a fairly fast Sif fight, and getting more damage for fewer attack opportunities is really nice. But generally, those attack opportunities are few and far between. So generally, faster weapons are kind of just better. Oh, I need to fight the Gargs. Good luck with work, Coley. Thank you for being here while you could. If you move swapped for this run, don't think you'd notice. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember how to do remastered move swap. You have to... I know you need to have a bow. And then you block, jump, frame perfectly, pause, use an item, and then pause again. Or not pause, but use an item and open the menu again. And then you equip a bow in your left hand, turn around and equip the weapon you want to move swap onto or something. I don't remember. It's been a while since I move swapped at all. Last time I did it, I was trying to one-shot every boss with move swap and I couldn't do it. Because the Demon Fire Sage had too much health. And the best weapon I could get was the Great Scythe, and it just wasn't doing it. So I tried to move swap with, I think, the pickaxe, because it had the counter damage and it wasn't working. So I think what I needed to do was use the Great Scythe. Get counter damage, not counter damage, instability damage from like the demon jumping away. I don't remember. I couldn't do it, is the point. So I never made that video. Piccolo's #1 green dad. Huh. I didn't know there was a competition for that title. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. Ow. Piccolo is the ultimate aura farmer. I don't know, I feel like there are a lot of aura farmers. I feel like that one is pretty highly contested. Shrek is currently #2. That's crazy. That Shrek wouldn't be #1 there. Wait, who would he lose the spot to if Shrek 5 is bad? Who else is in contention? Could have just warped if I link. Well, no, I guess that probably would have taken longer in retrospect. Oh, I don't even need to fight the Stray Demon this run. Oh, it's so nice. The blending attack is the best argument for slow weapons. Yeah. But, like, you can get that with a lot of fast weapons, too. Like, especially halberds. Hermit D. Frog from One Piece. I've never heard of that. Hermit from One Piece, specifically. Do I need more endurance right now? Probably not. I'm gonna get a little bit of vitality. Also, these souls are duped, so I should get rid of them. It's crazy that Green Dad is a category that has any contest whatsoever. That feels weirdly specific. Can I put on pants? No. No pants for me. the Hulk might be last. Isn't that because the Hulk doesn't have children? Oop.
Me no choice.
Playing Dark Souls with pants is sacrilegious. That's fair. Dream is a slightly unwashed. Mildly unwashed. A little bit stinky. Oh my god. The camera angle with the dragon tooth approaching the screen is crazy. Yeah, it's not the first time top liver. A guy from Full Metal Alchemist? Hohenheim? Is there a green dad in Full Metal Alchemist? What's a DBZ? I don't know. Hohenheim, I wouldn't put as like the worst dad. He's not a good dad, but I don't know. I feel like he kind of redeemed himself a little bit at the end, at least. He's sympathetic, you know. Can you move, please? Thank you. Most hated characters in anime. What? He had a whole redemption arc. That's like what the entire last arc of the series was. Like, again, he's not a good dad. But he definitely had a redemption. Also, I know what Dragon Ball Z is. I just don't know anything about it because I've never watched anything. Never watched Fullmetal Alchemist? I finished it recently. It's really good. I liked it a lot. Brotherhood, obviously. There's a lot of really interesting concepts, and I think it's a very fun anime to watch. Accelerator from a certain magical index. Huh. Still haven't watched JoJo's. I'm working on it. Slowly. I'm like halfway through part 2. I wonder if I should put on a favor for this run. I kind of don't want to, but I feel like it makes sense with what I'm doing. I forgot that existed, and I really wish it hadn't been brought up in my chat. I have the Lord Vessel. I'm so sorry, Ingrid, I forgot. You're not talking about the same guy? Are you talking about Father? Oh, oh, that guy. Oh yeah, he's sucks. He deserves the most or the worst father award for sure. Bo 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 bo. I've heard of that one, and I've heard it's absurd, and that's the point, but you got called a JoJo's wannabe because you're sewn as a hat. Mm-hmm. Pardon me. Astral projected and killed him a few thousand times for his crimes. Truly a noble cause. Almost ticked. That was scary. Almost didn't have time to stop it. This is fine. I wanted to, like, have a moment to heal, but I guess doing one backstab isn't that big of a deal. From what I have seen of JoJo's, and by what I have seen, I mean, like, 14 episodes, I think, it's dramatically overrated. However, as far as I understand, it gets a lot better as the show goes on. Oh. Whereas Jonas? Unfortunately, I don't have YouTube emojis right now. Okay. This should be a fine 4 kings fight. I don't think it's going to be 3 kings, but there's a chance. If I had gotten RTSR, this could have been very easily 3 kings, but... The ending half of part 2? Yeah, that makes sense. Buffable? I'm pretty sure it is. Aren't most of the dragon weapons buffable, if not all of them? Ow. Oh, if that one had hit, that might have been it might have been 3. If there's still a chance. Mothman, not Mothwoman. Tragic. I don't know, I feel like getting Sunlight Blade and 30 Faith to use it probably is not worth at this point. That's so awesome. I'm so glad that happened. Wow, that magic resistance is simply non-existent. That was risky. Oh, things fine. Okay. Yeah, 4 kings. Tragic. Go. Calameet's Calamite weapon. True. Okay. I think all those are gone and endurance. Yeah. Streamer hasn't showered in weeks. See, that's what you think. But I actually showered last night. I'm just so chronically unwashed. You can't tell. I should stop talking. Also, placing the Lord Vessel before ringing both bells. I'm just not gonna ring the second bell. Oh, but that makes getting into the... Never mind. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to not pick that up. Is this freaky chat? Yeah. It's the third channel. The third general channel in my Discord server. I'm gonna put the Ring of Favor on after I go through the lava place. Do a sponge bath stream, but instead of a sponge bathing, okay. I'm not allowed to read the rest of that on stream. I see why it was, I see why that did not make it into top chat. YouTube freaky, true. I get you a leash. No, I don't think that's necessary. I think YouTube has already implemented enough of a leash. I'm gonna stop talking before I get myself in trouble, actually. I'm gonna get banned. don't combat it. But what if, what if, what if, what if I prefer that to happen rather than it not happening? A bridle and a saddle. Can't get banned before the drunk stream? Yeah, true. The edited drunk stream is gonna have to be what gets me banned off YouTube, because there was one clip that I accidentally left in that is just like instant YouTube ban worthy. Gonna have to start over from scratch. And that's when I make the Sunlight Maggot channel, when Solar Pellets gets banned. Solar tablets. You get in trouble from ban invading on YouTube? Probably. But they don't have to know. I mean, to be fair, if they ban my main channel but not my second channel, that's kind of on them. And then I could just have a fourth channel, you know? Solar capsules. For those of you who don't know, by the way, because I don't mention it very often, I have a second channel. There's a link to it at the end of most of my videos. There's also a link to it in the like bio section of my main channel. There is also a music channel, which for some reason the song that I just posted has like 500 views as opposed to the, I think 60 was the most before that one. So if you're interested in hearing what kind of music I make, that's there. And if you're also interested in me talking about Sonic the Hedgehog or Minecraft, that second channel is also there. And for those of you who don't like clicking links, the name of the channel is Ruekatoo. Ruekatoo. I'm only gonna ring the bell just so I don't have to go talk to Koth. Somebody did say Sonic. I made a video on Sonic and the Black Knight that took a ton of effort and was over an hour long. It was about almost exactly an hour long, actually. And I got like 600 views or something, which is fine. I thought it was a really, really good video. And I was hoping it would get a little bit more attention. I'm glad some people appreciate my music. It means a lot, genuinely. I just kind of post it because I like making music. But it's good to know that that's not what I want. It's good to know that people actually enjoy it. I didn't grab the Estet or the Firekeeper. So that's crazy. I also have a Sonic 4 video. I have Sonic 06 as Blaze, and I did 3 Sonic 06 streams. I am working on a Sonic 06, like full Sonic 06 video. I am 19 pages in. I am halfway through Sonic's story, and I am terrified of continuing that project because it is going to take years off of my life. If you want to do YouTube, what tips would you give? Don't be disappointed if you don't get very many views. It is pure luck. Genuinely, 100% luck. Like, obviously, your thumbnail and title choice matter. If you have to, like, understand what audience you're going for and how to make something noticeable and stand out while still being obviously your style, you know? So, I don't know. It just comes down to, like, learning what works for you. What draws the audience you want and all that. And also getting lucky. Getting lucky is the biggest part. What if Quelaag's Arena was dragon themed instead? So it was all dragon eggs. The egg guys were all just dragonoids with human egg or with eggs in their bellies. What if? That'd be pretty cool. You know, I am here at Ceaseless Discharge with, like, a good weapon. I could do a normal Ceaseless fight. This actually seems fine. I don't know its attacks at all, so... Yeah. Actually, the... I made the, Dark Souls, my first Dark Souls, the nothing question mark video, with the expectation that, like, just the normal challenge runner viewer crowd would watch my videos, if anyone watched it at all. When I got like 30k views, that tended to be the case. The next one got like 50k views, which was insane for my channel at the time. That was by far my most viewed channel or video at the time. Which now it's unremarkable in odd places at 250,000, which is also insane. But yeah, at the time, it was generally just like the normal challenge runner crowd. And the more I mentioned like me being queer, the more my channel shifted, the more my community shifted to be more focused toward queer Dark Souls enjoyers. And as it turns out, queer people tend to be pretty cool. So I very much enjoy the people who watch me now as opposed to the people who used to watch me. Not that a bigger audience is necessarily a bad thing. It was really nice to have like a ton of engagement on the videos and stuff. And also it gave me a lot more money. And, you know, not being in an echo chamber with my thoughts and opinions and whatever, but it is really nice to have like a very consistent audience who are all really cool. No, that is a very based joke. We'll call it a joke. Speaking of queer Dark Souls community, I have a Discord. There's a link in the description to that. A lot of people there, most people there, are queer and into Dark Souls, so you can say that's all of your audiences. Look, if they're watching me, they're supporting a trans content creator, which is pretty cool. But you're all cooler. So many of the non-queer Dark Souls community members are just insufferable. Yeah. That's true. You make one complaint about Dark Souls 3, and then they just hate you. Now you only lyric? Oh. Is it the queer to Dark Souls pipeline or the Dark Souls to queer pipeline? I think it goes both ways. I think it's like two ends of the same pipeline, but they lead to the middle. Before you entered, you were a man. That's tragic. I'm glad we got you out of that. Yeah, I love Dark Souls 3. I think Dark Souls 3 is a really good game. There are just some things that I don't personally prefer about it. And then when I mention that, the wider Souls community is like, what? Your opinions are garbage. I literally just said that I don't like the Crystal Sage. What do you mean? I think if you play Dark Souls 3 as if it is a much more normal ARPG, it becomes a lot better. If you try to play it like Dark Souls 1 and 2, in my opinion, it makes it a lot worse. Worst of the Dark Souls trilogy, but it's still a top 10 game of all time. I don't know, I love Dark Souls 3. I think it is a really incredible game. It is the worst of the trilogy in my opinion, only because of the things that I prefer about it. But I don't know where I'd place it in terms of my favorite games of all time. Probably at least top 15. Enjoyed what you played at Dark Souls 2? Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is really good. The wider Souls community just happens to include Muller's audience, which is unfortunate. Somebody, who was that? What video was that actually? I posted a video that had parts of like defending Dark Souls 2. And somebody linked Muller's videos on a, or I don't remember if they linked it or if they just mentioned Muller, but like you're gonna come into a trans woman's YouTube comment section and bring up the most conservative alt-right piece of shit, horrible opinions that you're parroting and defending without even understanding what those opinions mean. God. I tend to enjoy comment interactions. That was one of my least favorites of all time. There are a lot of amazing games. Far Quest, Tunic, Death's Door, Titan Souls, Pyro 2, Minecraft. A lot of really good games. No idea who Muller is? Yeah, lucky. He made a very, very long, incredibly redundant, incredibly repetitive, incredibly annoying, and genuinely, like, I don't use this word lightly, unironically stupid video series corresponding to H Bomber Guy. Ugh. You missed something spicy? You just missed me making fun of Muller. He's like, the game ganks you constantly. Meanwhile, he's constantly showing clips of people running past enemies and them following them as if they didn't run past enemies extremely obviously placed in front of them. And he kept saying how his opinion on Dark Souls 2 is objective or whatever. Hollow Knight missing out that list? Hollow Knight's fine. I did it a couple of times and I enjoyed it somewhat. But like, I don't know, compared to most other games that I love, it's not that far up there. There are dumb people on it. It's not that there are dumb people on the internet. It's that there is one very particular, obviously stupid person who does not understand critical thinking and does not understand what objective means and does not understand what an opinion is. And so many people listened to him. So many people. Dark Souls 2 haters are conservatives. Stop paying attention to community drama? It's not community drama. Muller is just dumb. And a lot of the dumb people on the internet listen to Muller. I also enjoyed Silksong quite a bit more than Hollow Knight in general, but some of the combat encounters in particular were a little bit more annoying than what Hollow Knight did. People are soup by the definition of soup. Elaborate? Not ganked more in Dark Souls 1. Yeah, okay. In the Lower Burg, on a first playthrough, you will most likely get attacked by three thieves and 2 dogs. In Dark Souls 2, the most enemies I can think of that would attack you at once. In vanilla, it's a lot worse, because there's, I want to say either 4 or 6 archers in the castle, with 2 Mastodon Knights. But in Scholar, the most I can think of is like 2 archers and 2 Elan Knights. People are bread bowls. True. Very good, down. And Shrine of Amana, the most enemies you'll be attacked by at once is like 2 priestesses and a frog. It's not just that Silksong is more punishing than Hollow Knight. I don't think that's what makes me prefer some of Hollow Knight's combat encounters. It's just that some of the enemies in Silksong, in my opinion, are a lot less fun to fight. Like, there are a lot of enemies that you just kind of have to... I'm trying to think of an example, because I feel like that would make my point a lot more salient, but... It's been a while since I played it. I don't know, like in the Sinners place, there's like all the maggot things, and those are so annoying to deal with. They're not like hard to deal with, and they're not particularly punishing. They're just annoying because I feel like they have more health than they should, and I also feel like they attack a little too fast for such a common normal enemy. Sinners Road, yeah. Ow. Really wish you liked Silksong, but you just don't and don't know why. That's fair. You met my mom on Sinners Road. I have no idea what joke you're making, to be entirely honest. I feel like you're making a joke that I should understand, but I just don't. The muckroaches, yeah, those things. It's not that they're hard, and it's not that they're necessarily punishing, because I think that's fine. It's just that they're annoying. There's also the bird thing that shows up next to the inn at some point. That fight was so annoying. It wasn't that it was particularly difficult. It was just annoying. And lasted way too long. Okay, Duke's Archives. And like, again, I do like the movement and stuff or whatever in Silksong. I think Silksong is a really good game. It's just there are some enemies that make me prefer Hollow Knight as a whole. Where Pasaka? As far as I know, he is generally not available on Wednesdays, unfortunately. We're going in here actually about on time compared to normal. Oh, but I did the chaos earlier than usual, so I guess we're kind of ahead of pace a little bit. Actually, I think we're fairly ahead of pace. Night Rain should collab with Monster Hunter. How would they do that? You just have Monster Hunter monsters as Night Lords and Night Rain. Give me the Insect Glaive in Night Rain. Just give me that moveset. Unchanged completely. And I agree. I don't need to turn on that bonfire. Hopefully. Gaping Jaws of Fightable Monster. There's like a lot of weird similarities, specifically with Night Rain bosses with Monster Hunter monsters. I don't know. I guess having only played Rise probably makes that a little bit more true, because I feel like the way you fight monsters in Rise is a little different from how you fight them in like World or whatever. No! God damn it! I was trying to get the backstab and it didn't give it to me. Night Rain having vertical mobility? Yeah, I mean... you jump up stuff. It's not like huge dramatic vertical mobility, but it's definitely there. I want to play Night Rain on stream again. Having seen Vins, like the mod for Night Rain, I guess it was a mod for Learning First, but having seen that, it makes me feel like the Insect Glaive moveset is probably possible if someone would go through the work of putting all the animations and stuff in there. And I would love to see it. But yeah, not that Vin. Not you. Night Rain bosses are... it's less that they're balanced around fighting with 3 people, and more that they have fighting with 3 people in mind. So, like, in Elden Ring, the way that they dealt with allowing players to summon, like for later bosses, for, say, Hoaraloo, or Radagon, or, I don't know, even like Fire Giant, you're just having giant area of effect attacks. But like in Night Rain, you know, say you have, like Gladius splits into 3, right? And you can very much deal with all 3 as a solo player because of how their aggression works. But you know, obviously that's a lot more with 3 people in mind as opposed to like balanced around 3 people, I guess is the words I'm trying to say. As someone who has played probably more solos than trios at this point, the game is very much balanced around single player as well. I don't have my souls. I don't think I even had nearly enough souls to level up to begin with. Probably. What level am I? Okay. I believe it didn't give me the iframes. It's not even my fault that I died. I mean, it is absolutely my fault that I didn't have the right positioning, and it was 100% a skill issue, but it's not my fault. The game should have given me the iframes anyway. Didn't even need the iframes this time. John Night Rain, he, him, lesbian, should kiss with the hunter from Komura. It's crazy. It's crazy how the he, him, lesbian from Night Rain isn't just like a thing that I came up with. I came up with that completely independently as like part of my community and friend group, but that is very much not exclusive to me, and I think that's so funny. Like some random people on the internet were just like, yeah, that's a gay woman right there with he him pronouns. That was a lot of damage. I don't know about the Artorias he him puppy boy, lesbian puppy boy thing, because I think someone said that in my chat, so I assume that is a thing that at least some other people think about, and not literally only me in my community, but to be fair, Libra could very well be male and still use its pronouns. Male is a sex, not a gender. He is a puppy boy, yeah. He does wear... He's like a wolf warrior, so... He is objectively a puppy boy. Cool. And a Man Serpent Greatsword for my efforts. The best greatsword in the game. Uh-oh. Okay, you know what? I'm not complaining. I was gonna say that's the wrong one, but... He's into it, so whatever. Well, let me heal first, though, please. Oh my god. Hold on! Oh my goodness. The rotten yogurt man. It's not Abyss. His yogurt is not really bad. Come on. You got this. You got this. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. There we go. What do Pasaka smell like? I don't think I can answer that question on YouTube. Oh. Damn, 3 today. That's crazy. They're really excited today for some reason. Maybe because it might be because I'm not washed. That's probably what it is. Yogurt that's been curdling for thousands of years? Yes. I like that idea. It's not even... The Pocket Abyss is just yogurt that Arthurius has had in his pocket since his days as a royal knight or whatever. Is that a Flamberge? Oh my god, I might never figure out. Oh. No, please. No, I'll never know. Oh my god, I've never seen this one, like, attack like that. One of those yogurt tubes? A Go-Gurt? Oh, I don't have Estus. What the hell? I forgot that if you don't rest there, you don't actually get your Estus back when you die. Why is this one being aggressive? Is it because the music's not on? Huh. I thought it ran past you even when the music wasn't on. Oh my goodness, I almost ticked. To save it for when I get the VTuber avatar and people pay me. Once I do that, I was messing with Discord soundboard stuff yesterday because I forgot it existed. And I said to the group of friends I was talking to that once that happens, I'm gonna add a sound of me ticking to my Discord soundboard in my server. So that's something that you can look forward to. Boom. Oh my god, another one? That's actually crazy. A Silver Knight Greatsword, a Man Serpent Greatsword, and 2 Flamberges in the same run. That's insane. Does a tick storage have a good interest rate? Um, Considering the fact that I was taking more last night than I have in a while, and this morning, probably. It definitely seems like it. Oh my god. It really wants to come out right now. I don't think holding it back is like good for my mental health. But it is funnier. I'm allowed to make jokes about it. So, if anything, that like balances out the negative. Okay, ETH is probably gonna take 2 seconds. ETH is weak to strike, right? Like Calamite is definitely weak to strike. I'm pretty sure Seath is too. I don't know. The Dragon Tooth just kind of feels unremarkable, right? It's fine damage. It's not as good as the Great Club. Not as good as the Demon's Great Axe. It's just kind of fine and easy to use and easy to get. And that's the whole weapon. Thinking about what to eat, then herd Calamite? Yeah. Makes sense. You seem like the kind of person who would stop thinking when they hear Calamite. I know that's not what you meant, but that's a funnier interpretation, so. What level am I? I think I should go into Endurance from this point. Suffer greatly from health issues. That's unfortunate. As someone without a gallbladder, I understand. I understand your pain. Not only do I not have a gallbladder, I'm on estrogen. And what sucks is I like definitely eat enough fiber. It's not like my diet is bad. I just there's no way. Hold on. No, go back. Turn around. There's no way. Estrogen is a form of HRT. Okay. Ow. Okay. So we have gotten a Silver Knight Straight Sword, a Man Serpent Grey Sword, 2 Flamberges, and a Channeler's Trident in the same run. That's actually insane. What the hell? I guess, like, after, you know... How many runs have I done in this game? For YouTube specifically. I've done over 100. I have to have done over 100 at this point, right? I feel like I've used almost every weapon, on top of doing, like, random challenge runs and modded runs and stuff. Like, I have to have done over 100. Like, it's bound to happen eventually, but that's crazy. It's because I'm so dirty and unwashed. True. Hello, Visions of Mortality. Welcome. Insane luck, though. Only that could have happened in a run where he can actually use those weapons. Not having a statistical inevitability happen to them, yeah. And then accused of cheating. By a regular viewer, too. The humanity stat is really just how many days it's been since your character took a shower. Fixed it. Yeah, significantly more accurate now. Pardon me? That was scary. I thought I was gonna slide off the edge. I thought I was about to take a shower. It is cold out, so I stink less. I I guess. I guess it kind of depends. I don't know. I feel like it being cold doesn't make you sweat less when you're doing a bunch of activity or whatever, right? Hopefully, I can avoid being clammed. Just washes off the human buildup. I don't like the way you said that, but I can't disagree. -8 Celsius. Ugh. I don't know. I like cold a lot more than heat, though, personally. I wish I would have done Moose Swap. That would have been so funny. Oh. That is a lot of curse resistance. I forgot that using humanity increased your curse resistance. I think it only goes up to 10. Cease the compost helicopter. I think it's because the heat increases the rate at which things like decompose, right? I would assume, at least. It increases volatility because of energy or whatever. I'm gonna be human. "20 days most likely means this chosen and dead was in the asylum for like 19 days max for being set free." True. It's actually surprisingly warm today, which is kind of unfortunate. Eternal imprisonment to wait out the end of days ever. Yeah. Life or bath for dry solar pellets. Life. Bath. You furry soul. At least let me finish the stream before I take a bath. That way I don't have to be washed. Where did the term washed even come from? Because there's no way it means that. Is it like genuinely because if you're no-lifing a game, you're going to be better at it, but you're also going to be stinky because you don't shower? Because you're a gamer or whatever? Gamer derogatory. Is that like actually where that term came from? Honk. Washed up? This stream is in your top 10 things to bury a suspiciously shaped rolled up rug in the woods to. I'm happy. That's a high honor. Pardon me? Suspiciously body shaped rolled up rug in the woods. Oh, I'm gonna get invaded by Leroy. I forgot. Pardon me. Trying to cut your strawberries. Oh, not 2 hits. This is tragic. Phase 2 pinwheel. Never mind. What is the best fruit? Lemons. Obviously. You're on the solar pellets. The lemons are just solar pellets YouTube channel, and you don't think lemons are the best fruit? What? That was also my first encounter with the word twink. The kiwis. Kiwis are right. Certified lemon enjoyer, indeed. Tomatoes. Apples are pretty mid, I agree. I think it depends on the kind of apple though, right? It's like, I don't know. What are they called? The big, like, soft ones? Those are awful. I think they're like Jupiter apples or something. But then like a Honey Crisp, oh, so good. But like generally, I'd rather have like an orange or something. I think bananas are really nice with a lot of different kinds of dessert. Work your labor as your fat ass. Despite being a citrus enjoyer, I hate grapefruit. Grapefruit is so gross. It's just bitter with nothing else going on. And like kind of sour, but like not good sour. Peanut butter banana smoothie? Hell yeah. Bananas on their own are good, but bananas like with stuff, like blended or like on like the piece of toast or in like oatmeal or something. Oh, so good. Peanut butter gamer smoothie. Banana flavored candy that tastes like an extinct banana. Gross, Michael. Like how this is the topic right now. Someone brought it up, so it's the topic of conversation now. Coffee smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Huh. That's very specific. Me? Oh, I rolled so early. Insane skill issue. Okay, Tabble time. That's gonna be fat roll. Yeah, that's fine. You wish you were a smoothie? That was so little fall damage. What? The Dragon Tooth two-handed block doesn't count? It doesn't go wide enough? Oh, you know what I need to do? There you go. How did you get over there? What? Are you okay? Okay, I walk up to Nito somewhat carefully and spam R1, and that's the rest of the boss fight, while healing occasionally. Like now. How am I on Nito so fast? I went straight to Anor Londo and got this weapon to +5 immediately. There we go. Alright, DLC time. This is a really fast run, huh? Good luck cutting your strawberries. I hope they are delicious. I don't actually like strawberries that much, which is unfortunate because I know a lot of people who really like strawberries. Calamite time. Yeah. Cutting them for a salad bar? Fine. I feel like strawberries are a really popular fruit to just like snack on. I've always liked grapes more. And even then, I'm not a super big fan of grapes. Pineapple is nice sometimes too, but it's really acidic, so you can't eat too much of it, which is sad, because it's really good. Raspberries? Raspberries are good. Oh my god. Once again, having to fight for my life to hold back ticks. Oh my goodness. No such thing as too acidic. When your taste buds start getting burned off, I think that counts as a little bit too acidic. Blackberries? Blackberries are good too. Because wine? Pineapples actually have tons of tiny needles that slice open your mouth. That makes sense. It's not actually acidic. Green berries? I don't know about that one. That doesn't seem healthy. I feel like you shouldn't be chewing on batteries at all. What did it taste like? You were inboard. Kumquat enjoyer. I've never had a kumquat. You licked batteries as a kid? Did you lick the ends or like the side of the battery? Because licking the ends gives you that little shock of like on like D batteries. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you're not joking? I thought it was a bit. I apologize. Oh my god, okay. Poor Sanctuary Guardian. My favorite boss fight. Why did they have to do this to you? Ooh. They could have given you so much more health. Well, they could have made me better at the game too, but here we are. There we go. Defend pineapple to the death. Depends on the context. Something about what Nario said earlier. You just like the taste of copper? Huh. You like pineapples because people get angry when you put them on pizza? I think pineapples work on certain kinds of pizza. Because like pork is already like a little bit sweet. So when you get a Hawaiian, it just kind of enhances the pork flavor. I think it works really well. Contain crazy amounts of testosterone? Really? Huh, I didn't know that. There you go, Ben. I hope you appreciated that one. Suck the flavor out of the copper? Does the copper run out of flavor? What do you mean? They put the copper flavor on the copper to sell more copper. A conspiracy by Big Copper. Yes. I'm glad I got it spot on the money first try. That's awesome. Okay. Activate Calamite first. I haven't used DSR Gadget this run yet. And I'm tempted to, but we're also not even 2 hours into the stream and I'm in the DLC, so I feel like it's kind of useless. I'm gonna let the blue cotton of old batteries and make battery cotton candy. What do you mean the blue cotton? What does that mean? Like gum or happiness? Huh. I always thought the flavor of copper had something to do with, like, I don't know, its conductivity or like ions or something. Asbestos enjoyer. Yogurt man bonking to cut cantaloupe too. Indeed. That blue stuff pops up? I thought that was, like, the battery acid. I feel like you shouldn't be ruining your contacts on old electronics. just to get the extremely toxic blue cotton. That doesn't seem good for anything, South, really. Respect the neurodiversity in this chat. This is kind of tame, to be honest. Eating batteries is like one of the least neurodivergent things that have been talked about in my chat. Which I think is really funny. Dedicated useless remote so you can eat blue cotton candy? Okay. Suspiciously body-shaped rolled-up rugs. I actually have one in my living room right now. And it's starting to get nasty. I don't know. I think someone spilled something on it. And it smells real bad. So if I would like help burying that, actually. Puppy girl paws? That's pretty neurodivergent. I have those. In more ways than one, actually. I don't think I should elaborate on stream, though. Oops. Yeah. Okay, I don't think Artorias should be that difficult. Yeah, decent damage. Is extremely old yogurt. I just staggered Artorias. That's crazy. There's always the drunk stream. That will... Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness. That was probably not safe, but that's okay. Not like I needed to heal anyway. Like I'm gonna get hit from here. Truths will come to light in the drunk stream. True. Streamer hasn't showered in years. It's been 19 days. The counter's right there. Actually, maybe that's 19 years. 23. Very good, very sexy weapon. It's alright. I forgot Chester invaded. Oh my god. I haven't been human in this place forever. Yeah, man, he has a whole crossbow. What a jerk. Since the 1900s. Unfortunately, I am not old enough to have not showered since the 1900s. I think what would really make this stream incredible was if I got a bloathead. That's so mean. No, please. Okay, everything's fine. Got a bloathead to top off having the all the other really rare weapons just showing up. We still have a few more tries. Oh, I do have the humanity drop chance, but I didn't have that for everything else, so. You're older than streamer. I think, I would assume most of the people who watch my streams are older than me. Though, actually, I don't know. At this point, it's like when I was... I don't know. Most people that I have talked to in the Discord are around the same age as or older than me. But I guess that's because most people in my server are adults, and most adults are older than me. Because I'm a young adult, I suppose. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Where did it go? Huh. Gonna be 22 in a month. "23 doesn't feel old, but me being 24 feels like I'm old." It's like going from early 20s to mid 20s. One of the rare Dark Souls players who showers every day. Showering every day is like unironically bad for your skin and hair. It's like an off day. True. As far as I remember, you're supposed to wash your body every other day, and your hair every other day. I don't know. I just shower when I stink. And obviously it varies from people to, or from person to person, depending on whatever. Ooh. Ow. Everyone here is animals who identify each other by scent. True. A whole school ahead of me. Graduated high school 2 months before I started it. I'm younger than you thought? How old do I come off? I don't know, I always felt like I acted my age relative to my generation. Especially the queer sect of my generation. Queer neurodivergent sect of my generation. That's important, I think. I know a lot of people on my Discord server, link in the description by the way, are like around 25 to 30. I would assume the majority are, but I know some are early 20s like me. I think there are a couple 19-year-olds. We put on youngins. No, it's okay. I can't say that on YouTube, never mind. Something older. Never mind. Freud was onto something. I'll say. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Discord server, other YouTube stuff. Like the stream if you're enjoying it. If you haven't, please. Does algorithm a lot of stuff for the algorithm, which means I get more money, which means I get to survive easier. I gotta pay for my HIT and stuff. If you would like to support me more directly, there are super chats and the YouTube membership thingy. If you would like to avoid giving YouTube money but still want to support me, I still have the funds to do so and would like to give them to me specifically, I have a coffee link in the description. Yeah, I'm 29 this year. Hate the passage of time. You were supposed to die before you were 20? Oh. I'm old when I'm 24, but other people are young when they're, like, 30. That's how that works. How long do horses live? That's a good question. You know, it occurs to me that one of the biggest crushes I've ever had was on someone... Oh no. Okay, was on someone like 9 years older than me. Anyway. Still, one of my biggest crushes. As number 1. Can you cheat in a Dragon Torso Stone and fight Kalameet with it? Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Fine. Ripe old age of broken leg, true. I'm just like not paying attention to the Kalameet or the Manus fight right now. Ooh. That's a weird attack. Imagine if I died there. That would have been tragic. Jonas is your favorite horse? Damn. Let me open DSR Gadget so I can do that. Items. Usable items. Where is it? I'm blind. Dragon Torso Stone. That kills you with your grandparents' tooth. Okay. I don't think Kalameet should be too long of a fight, unfortunately. Sorry, Evan. You know, that's what the dragon form is here for. It's to make up for the Kalameet fight being fairly short. I'll install Goddess of the Sun edition real quick so I can be chubby dragon form. Actually, okay, yeah. I was making sure that I didn't have the model from Goddess of the Sun edition because I forgot to uninstall it before making my vanilla backup. But... speaking of Goddess of the Sun edition, for those of you who were not here earlier, Goddess of the Sun edition is a Dark Souls mod that I made. You can find it on Nexus. Actually, I think it's linked in the stream description still. I forgot to take that out of the stream description. If you want to try it out, it's a complete rebalance mod of the game that makes infusions good and viable. It changes the Deprived starting class to a Dragon Acolyte, sets the Deprived class to level 1, and gives you a Dragon Torso Stone, and I think Headstone to start off with. So you can still have the normal Deprived experience, but at level 1, so it's better. But you can also have access to Dragon Form early. What did I do to the Dragon Form? In Goddess of the Sun edition, it's supposed to just be chubby. If you are human and you use the Dragon Form, it will have a protrusion, which was unintentional. What I did was I loaded the Dragon Form in Soulstruct that I could, like, make sure that the modifications I was making were being made in-game. So I moved the... I just, like, grabbed a random part of the model, like, which happened to be on the lower stomach, because that was, like, in the middle of my screen. And in Blender, I used the grab, like, sculpting tool and just pulled to make something really obvious that I could see in-game. And nothing changed. So I left that. And I got the other dragon form model that was in the game, made that chubby, put it in the game, and didn't realize that the other dragon form model that I had made the protrusion on is actually used in-game when you're human, because for some reason the human dragon form is a different model from the non-human dragon form. I need to fix that. So you climb up a really long ladder as a dragon. I'm not judging you, I promise. I understand. I made the mod, I would know. I'm gonna install Goddess of the Sun Edition at the end of the stream. Choose Dragon Acolyte and just, like, go to the basin and climb up a really long ladder. Get in the stream. The level 1 deprived, yeah. I don't know, it always felt like deprived should be so level 1, you know, instead of so level 6. So I removed some levels on classes that I felt like didn't make sense for the deprived. There's your tail slam then. Okay, this is going to be a super fast Calamite fight, but it's going to be fairly quick. I do know how to end this one, yeah. Evidently. Ooh, I pressed the roll button. No, I pressed the roll button, but it won't work. Okay, this is fine. Okay, let me do something. Okay. This isn't going to be a super fast Calamite fight, is what I meant to say, if I didn't. Oops. That did so much damage. What? Why did that do so much damage? I'm sad. Oh my god, thank you! You are welcome for strawberry cutting entertainment. I'm glad it was sufficient. And I really appreciate that. The club is also too good of a weapon for the deprived? I disagree. Like, only because I feel like it works really well for what it is as a weapon, and it also makes sense as the thing that the deprived has. Like, it's a bad class with a decent weapon to make up for it. For a weapon that seems like it should be pretty bad. Dragon form has a big tail. And the tail was dragging on the ground. Okay, so I would do that. I would have to change animations, because that wouldn't work very well. I don't know. That's something I could try to do, but I don't think it would work. More bend bone thingies. Unfortunately, it's not exactly that easy. I would love to do that. But, like, unfortunately, Dark Souls just doesn't really work like that. Dark Souls 1 doesn't have, like, a cloth physics thing. So, all cloth physics, quote-unquote, are literally just animations. They might be arcade. I'm actually not. I'm pretty sure Dark Souls animations are arcade. But cloth physics aren't really a thing in this game. If I just extended the tail and let it move with the hips, it would not look correct. Trust me. What are you doing? What the hell? Why'd you look over there? What was going on? What did he think was over there? What are you... Okay. You know what? He's into it, and I appreciate that. I respect it. It's not everything but resistance. Some other stats are at 10. I don't remember which ones they were, though. I meant to roll to the side. No, please. I could have toggle escaped. I forgot about toggle escape. I wonder if that does work there, actually. I'm not sure that it does. Does toggle escaping work on Calamate's Fire Breath? Calamite, the bioluminescent sludge syringe. Huh. I'm not sure that Calamite qualifies as bioluminescent. I guess his eye kind of glows. Also, sludge syringe? Does the fire kind of sludge? Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more careful this time. Oop, I almost rolled in. Okay. Unfortunately, kind of have to pay attention to the boss fight now. This is tragic. Feel so represented by this boss. Once the R2, like... Eh. I don't know if that's worth. Probably not. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, you know what? Is this supposed to be an insult, though? Because if you are insulting Calamite, you would be the first person in any of my streams ever to insult Calamite. Oh. Skill issue. God damn it. No! Stop it! Use another attack, please. Okay, this is fine. What? That's fine. No, god damn it. That's really bad. That's fine. Literally nothing to worry about. Alameda so dog-coded? That's true. I agree. There we go. Finally. That should not have taken 3 tries. I'm washed. I took a shower in the middle of the stream. I need to stretch my back. Hold on. My back hurts. I hope that pop came through. I have successfully stretched my back. I feel slightly better. Okay, now I parry Gwen a couple times and then open my mod. I can't level up, unfortunately. That is not an option to me. Never insult Calamite your boyfriend as a dragon lover. Huh. That implies that you aren't necessarily a dragon lover. Damn, he didn't make the sound. Huh? Tragic. Will I mid-roll at this point? Without Havels? Probably? Almost definitely, actually. No? Okay. That's... It's unfortunate that the one time that you said it always goes through, it didn't go through. Personally, as a Kazoo enjoyer, I think that makes me more of a a wyvern fan or worm. I don't remember what Kaiser is, but it's a big difference. You can be both. They're different, but they're not mutually exclusive. You have lost your power. This is tragic. You do not forgive. Damn. Poor YouTube. Boing. Ugh, that did so much damage. What the hell? Ow. I was blocking too. Okay. I have the Hornet Ring. So this should do decent damage. The Horny Ring and the Goob Ring together. The most powerful Dark Souls build. You know, in theory, in my mod, I could make a synergy between the Ring of Favor and the Hornet Ring. That is a possibility. Win the Tabasco Chugger. Okay, real quick, thoughts on the weapon. It's fine. I don't know. It's easy to get, it's easy to upgrade, it's easy to use. It's not as good as the Great Club, but nothing is. No other big weapon is, except for like maybe the Demon's Great Axe. Don't go anywhere though, because we're not done. Give me 1 second to install Goddess of the Sun Edition real quick. While I'm doing that, I will turn on Demon Souls music. Let me find Demon Souls music. If YouTube music would load, hello. Demon Souls, Souls of Mist. Extended. 10 hours. We'll need all 10 hours. This is important. Hold on. I hope this isn't too loud. It probably won't be. Not even loud enough. You can't even hear it. Okay. Is it just worse Great Club? Yeah, pretty much. But easier to upgrade. There's a little bit more stream to do just for Vin. Give it back to the dragon. The dragon's already dead. That's not an option, unfortunately. Okay, I need to remember how to install my own mod. I had my Dark Souls, like, directory pinned, but I don't anymore. So, I go through Steam. Goddess and the hold on, replace. 1 second. Opening Dark Souls again. That was a pretty quick one, yeah. Really easy to upgrade. Okay, now I can turn off the Demon Souls music. Very long-lived Demon Souls music. New game. Wagon, :3. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna warp around anyway. Again, I'm pretty sure there's a link to this mod in the description. It's called Goddess of the Sun Edition on Nexus for Dark Souls. So, the Dragon Acolyte starts with the Dragon Stones, which means you can look like this from the beginning of the game. And then, is this different? Yeah, okay, it definitely is. I had to think about it for a second. So real quick, I want to if I can remember how to use this program that I use every stream. I'm gonna give myself a humanity because I want to show the thing. Let me go to Firelink. Hold on. Firelink Shrine. I guess there's actually a humanity in Firelink, so I didn't need to do that, but it's fine. Now, if I go human, I don't know if it'll actually change the model immediately. It will. So I was seeing if the changes worked. So I just made a very obvious change to the model and imported it, and didn't see a change because I was not human when I tested it. So that's what that looks like. Become part drill. True. Okay, and then just for Ven, I'm going to go to the Undead Parish bonfire for a very important reason. It's everything you've ever wanted. Good to know. Pardon me. Yeah, true, it does just make sense. It's crazy that it didn't just like look like this in vanilla. Kind of a skill issue on From's part. Oh, I forgot that the Hydra was alive for them. I can solve this problem. I'm going to do this in the meantime so that I don't die to the Hydra while doing this. Beats enemy AI, disable AI. Okay. So, should have one of them be faster than the other? Okay. Okay. Good. I'm writing that one down. That one's going in the patch notes. A little slower than usual? Yeah, true. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway. Hello, Luke. Great, you joined right at the end. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all, and I actually do know how to end it this time. This one's just for Vin.